So today I'm going to be giving you as much information as I can about getting your nationality by descent. I'm going to tell you who is eligible. I'm going to tell you how to start the process, what kind of documents you need. Because when I went on the internet to try to figure all this out, it wasn't that clear. There was a couple crappy videos and basically everybody was saying, okay, you need this certificate, you need that certificate, you need this, you need that. But there wasn't like a clear step process that let me know exactly what to do. And if you're someone trying to achieve your nationality through a different means, not by descent, this video may also be helpful to you as a lot of the processes may overlap. And before we get started into who's eligible to the steps you have to do, I want to give a little bit of a disclaimer. All this information that I'm providing today is based off of research that I did on my own here. I spoke to some people who have begun the process. I spoke to some people who have gone to the Argentine Consulate and spoke to them. So this is just information that I've generally wrapped around. So with that being said, there's an entirely possible chance that I may miss some information or something may be a little bit off. If so, please let me know in the comments, correct it. If you're watching this video, check out the comments to see if anything is different. But again, I just wanted to give you guys a very good base as to when you begin the process. And the second disclaimer is I'm a Canadian and I'm going to be doing this in Canada. That being said, all the information, all the links I'm going to provide are going to be to help me in Canada when I begin this process. But if you are doing it in the States, if you're doing it somewhere else, again, the process is going to be almost exactly the same because it goes through the government of Argentina. There just may be a different step on how to get this information, a different step how to get that information. That's the research that you're going to have to do after this video. So to get the video started, the ultimate question is who is eligible to get their nationality by descent? Basically, if you have a parent who was born in Argentina, you are eligible. There also goes a little bit further if you have a grandparent. I have not done my research on that one. You are going to have to find that information if that describes you. But that's really, at its core, all you need to know is if you had a parent who was born in Argentina and you were born somewhere else or you all live somewhere else, you are eligible for nationality by descent. This parent does not need to be a current citizen of Argentina. This parent does not need to have a DNI, does not have to have up-to-date documents. Basically, they just need to have been born in Argentina, and that is going to already put you miles ahead of everybody else. That being said, if they have the up-to-date documentation, all this may make the process a little bit faster, a little bit easier, but at its core, if they were born in Argentina, you're good. Now, which documents are you going to need to prepare? So first, we're going to start with the documents that you need exactly that are based off of yourself. So first, you're going to need your original birth certificate. Now, this is going to be the most difficult one because you need to get it officially translated into Spanish and apostille. I'm going to touch on those subjects in just a little bit, so wait. The birth certificate has to have your parents' name, the one that you're using for the nationality, and the names have to match to your other documents as well. To obtain this birth certificate, for example, in Ontario, we have a website you can go on, you can order it, and they will send you a birth certificate. A link for that I'm going to put in the comments. Again, if you're in a different country, in a different province, you're going to have to figure out this yourself, but I'm sure it's not that different. So what exactly counts as an official translation? So basically, each country kind of governs this differently. In Argentina, a sworn translator is somebody who studied translating in university, has a legal degree, and is certified to do the translations. In other countries, it's obviously governed differently. For example, in Canada, it's managed provincially, and the different provinces have different organizations that govern these bodies. For example, in Ontario, it is called the ATIO. So I have to make sure that whoever I'm going to have my documents translated is an active member to ensure that the translation that they give me is going to be legally allowed. And you are also going to have to apostille this information. So to my knowledge, the apostille is going to be placed on your birth certificate as well as the translation. An apostille is certification of your document for legal use around the world. That's how the different countries know that your document is real, that it's not forged, that it's a legal document that can be distributed around the world. Now, there's certain countries that use apostilles and there's certain countries that don't. I'm going to put an image on the screen right now. All the countries that are highlighted are in the 1961 Hague Convention member list. If your country is highlighted and put into this list, you are going to need to get your thing apostilled. If it is not, there's different ways that this is done and you have to look it up. Again, honing in onto Canada, we actually just last year in 2024 joined this Hague Convention, meaning that now we can use the apostille system. So I'm going to have to get mine apostilled because I'm from Ontario. Official Document Service, ODS. Again, look up online where you can get this. This is going to be through the government. That's where I'm going to be doing it. I'll also put a link. So that covers probably the most difficult one is the birth certificate with all of those steps needed to be taken. Next, you're gonna need your current passport. You're gonna need proof of residence in your original country. This can either be a utility bill that you paid that shows your address, or in my case, I can use a government ID, my driver's license that shows my address on it. And that's gonna be all you need of your own documents. Now we get into the next part, which is gonna be your Argentine parents' documents. This can also prove to be a little bit difficult because they're not yours, they're your parents, so you're obviously gonna need your parents' help to do this. So you're gonna need your Argentine parents' birth certificate. Now, they will always say an original, but they have digital copies that are accepted as original. And the way you go about this, I'm gonna post a link in the description that lists out all the different provinces, because again, this is also regulated provincially. So you're gonna go on the website, you're gonna request the birth certificate from the province that your parent was born. Again, they said that a digital copy is gonna be counted as an original as long as you do the proper steps and get it in the right way. And finally, your Argentine parents' DNE or DNI, depending how you wanna say it, if it's available. So to my research, this is not mandatory, but if it is available, if you can present this, it's gonna make things a lot easier because it's an easier way for the government to find the identification of that parent. And the Argentine DNI is a card that they carry around with them, kind of like a driver's license that shows their identification. Again, even if this is outdated, presenting this may help the process, but if you're gonna be moving to Argentina, you may wanna consider having your parent renew their documents and get that all active once again. So that's pretty much all the information that you need to know. Once you have all of that, you can book your consultation, you can book your appointment at the Argentine consulate in whichever country you're in. Now, I've been recommended that you do it in the Argentine consulate versus doing it here in Argentina. I've been told that the overall process is just going to be smoother. They're going to handle your documents a little bit better. They respond to emails a lot quicker. And again, it's just a nicer process to do it in your own country because all these documents can then be kept in your own country without needing to travel and back and forth in between the countries. And that pretty much covers everything because once you hit the Argentine consulate, they are going to really guide you into what you want to do. I just wanted to provide the information that you wanted to know before you go there, because otherwise you're going to end up going there clueless, and being clueless is not very fun. Guys, if this video helped you out, leave a like. If you also found information I said was incorrect, please leave it in the comments, because again, this is just me doing my research, talking to people. It's entirely possible that something I said may be slightly off. Please leave a comment and let's get our freaking Argentine citizenships going. Cheers.